There we go. Yeah, hello.
Hello. There's
Huh?
nobody in the chat room.
I don't hear you, bro.
You don't hear
Oh,
me?
because you're coming through the god. Hold on.
Don't
That's not
scare me
you.
like that.
It's me.
Okay.
It's me.
Okay.
Hold on. Da-da-da. No. Oh, speaker. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Can you
Hey,
hear me now?
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Good to know. Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're back for Saturday night.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a week. 2
It's
weeks.
been it's been 2 weeks. What episode number are we on tonight here, Mr. Burks?
20. 20.
20?
20.
But it's really 21 weeks.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
right. 1 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, Chad is if he shows up, he's gonna be late. He is the HVAC guy at his house right now. That will be done.
Anti-social
Chad
and
has the HVAC guy at his house. Oh man, I didn't call in.
oh
Sorry
man,
guys.
we are so not
Not
prepared.
prepared. I'm so sorry, guys. I really am sorry.
We really are not
It's
prepared for
crazy.
tonight.
Sorry, man.
We've been out all day playing, not playing, watching baseball, and it is hot.
Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here.
Are you calling in?
Calling in, so if people
Thank
want
you
to
for
call us,
calling
they can
Call-In
call us.
Studios host and call
Ooh.
screener line.
Yes, yes,
Please
yes.
enter your show number and press pound.
There you go. There it is.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number.
There you go.
Welcome. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
Thanks.
Show recording is on.
Thanks. All right, guys.
Uh oh.
Aaron says he's gonna be out for most of this. Yes. What are you uh-ohing, Jesse?
Well, the dog has been sleeping most of the day, and she just came in here and looked at me and woofed like she
No, but
wanted to
then she's
play.
and she's behind you.
And
She's
then
with
she
the rest of them.
decided she didn't really want to
She's like,
play.
she's
She went and
going back
laid
to
down.
bed. She's going back to bed.
Yeah, she's like, nah, I'm going back to bed.
Yep.
Yeah, she's had a rough day too.
Yeah. She got shots today.
She got her last puppy shots.
She did. Yes. All right. I'm just gonna start this so I can do this. There we go. Jesse, you got no light on you. You're dark.
I do have a light on.
I'm dark too. I have a light out over here. I have a light out right up there. There.
Better?
Like, Chief's just stuck her head out. What's up, guys? It's the Saturday Night Antisocial Club number 20, Jesse Brown. 20. Recorded live on Saturday, August 8th, 2020. Quarantine day number 141. That's what that is, by the way. Ground rules, you can talk about anything. You don't have to be agree, but we do have to be respectful. Keep it family friendly, and you are coming in hot tonight, so if you do call, you will get dumped. No doubt about that. We are using established channels of the social media created for the geocaching podcast. That show alone costs a lot of money to run, but then we had another show and it costs extra money. So we'd appreciate your help. There's two ways you guys can contribute. One way is be PayPal. That's PayPal.me/the geocaching podcast. You can make a one-time donation, whether it's $5 or $50, whatever you want, or you become a patron of our show. Patrons, you get extra audio, extra video only available to our patron members. You get patron only shows. You get patron only path tags, stickers. We're having a coin, gonna have a coin made, and you also get stuff for cost in the store. So definitely worth it to become a patron. You can do that at patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the geocaching podcast. That's about it, Jesse. You sleeping today?
I'm so tired today. It is so hot outside.
Yeah,
And it just, it's like, it just makes you tired.
I know. So, guys, Jesse does not end the phone lines tonight. So if you give us a call, and give us a call, because we don't have much to talk about tonight. So give us a call, 808-468-7924. 808 got swag if you want to call us up. And you can we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, so Chad is has the HVAC guy at his house. So he just called me and said, I got the HVAC guy here. I thought he'd be going by now. So if you can hop on, he will. Gary, now how do you get a Hawaiian phone number? We didn't really, because we had numbers to choose from, and 808 got swag just we tried different combinations where it was ammo can or what other ones did we try? Just
Oh my gosh, we tried
tried
everything.
so many.
So through the system that we use, Collins Studio, they let you pick your own phone number. And
Right.
so not the area code, but the 7 digits. And so we tried everything to see what all was available. So we did like ammo can, I mean,
So
I
many.
can't, whatever
Podcast or geocache.
7, yes, GC, PC, something. Yeah, I mean, we tried every combination, and the best one that we could come up with was Got Swag,
Swag
which
works.
was only available with an 808
808.
area code.
I don't care. 808
Yeah,
is 808.
so 808 area code. I mean,
I
it's
did not
still
know
the
it was Hawaii.
US.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't know it was Hawaii until like the first show.
Yeah, until somebody said, "You have a Hawaiian phone number."
Hmm.
Really? Oh, okay.
And I'm sure it like throws people off because usually anything that starts with an 8080 something is usually a toll-free number,
Yes.
right? So,
Yes. Okay. So there you go, Gary. That's how I like this. Anybody else have any other questions? We could just sit there and do questions
Yeah.
for as long as we want about the show. Anybody got any questions?
we got nothing to
Really
talk
shoot 'em
about.
in the chat room because we didn't much. But we do have a call in the queue, Jesse Brown. We've got,
Yay, we sure do.
as you can imagine, as you can guess who it is.
I
Early
have a guess.
What's up, Ian? How you doing, man?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing? Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. What's up? What are you doing?
How about now? Can you hear me now? Want me to yell? Hi.
You don't have to yell. I can hear you. What are you doing?
I'm driving around Michigan.
Driving around
and
Michigan.
I figured I would call you.
What are you doing driving around Michigan? Isn't that Rona country?
I went to a community celebration event today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
How many people were
It's
there?
fantastic event.
How many people were there?
What'd you say?
How many people were there?
I don't know, 50?
Oh, did you wear a mask?
40?
Did you wear a mask?
I did not wear a mask.
No.
I stood like 7 feet apart from most people most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to behave.
Okay, good. Yeah, I saw you tweeted.
Yeah,
I saw
good.
you texted me a picture. Who you with? Who was that picture with?
I did. That was Tim, Merlin 1392.
Oh my God! I thought he looked familiar. I couldn't place it. Okay. Oh, he had a.
Yeah.
You-
He showed up. He showed up wearing that shirt. I showed up wearing my shirt, and I said, "I need you to take a picture with me so I can send this to Scott because this is pretty funny."
That's great.
So,
Yeah, he sent me a picture. They're both wearing geocaching podcast shirts. So that was nice. So thank you both for hashtag repping the
man.
pod. We appreciate that very much. Yes.
yeah, I had to show off the new
I'm wearing it.
single color logo.
I'm wearing it too. Look, I'm wearing it. Oh, you can't see. I'm wearing it as we speak.
Yeah,
I finally got mine.
it's a
Yes.
great shirt, man.
Thank you.
An awesome shirt. This is my favorite one. I like it. So.
Thank you, sir. So
But I wasn't planning on. So my plans got a little wrecked this weekend. I was planning on coming up here because they actually did a whole weekend of events. They had events starting on Thursday night, and I planned on coming up Thursday night, staying through Sunday. There's a CEO in the morning, and my Jeep was in the shop and delayed me until Saturday morning today. And and then I left the house without any of my stuff, so I had no clothes.
oh,
Oh,
no.
Dado.
Oh no.
Hate when that happens.
I just left Dollar General buying clothes.
I did that when I was a kid. The first time my parents let me pack myself to go to the beach for a week. And I was so proud of myself. I packed everything I needed and we got there and I went to unpack and I realized I had no shirts. I had everything else I needed, socks, underwear, shorts, no shirts. So we had to go to the local store,
To get shirts.
whatever we had back in the late 80s. What would we have had on the
no,
East
we got a-
Coast?
we
East
got a
Coast
mall.
late 80s. Montgomery Wards, maybe.
Yeah, was it a mall or was it a?
No, it was like a Venture, but before Venture, like
What was
way
the one
before
that-
Venture.
What was the one in the '80s that was all the neon colors? Benetton.
No. We just went to like our the 80s version of Walmart. We probably had
I don't know
Kmart.
what you're talking.
Kmart, Montgomery Wards.
Ian doesn't know what the 80s is. He's not-
I know nothing about anything you're talking about.
I forgot who we were talking
He's like
to.
Ian's just like okay boomer to you. That's all he's doing. That's all. That's all he's doing.
Yeah. I am special. I have my own micro generation.
You do, yes.
I do.
Ian, so you have what did you go buy? You had to buy what didn't you have? Sorry.
Dude, I didn't have anything. I literally drove up here with the clothes on my back.
And you didn't pack it?
I had nothing. I left everything in a bag at home.
Oh,
So my socks, underwear, shirt, pants, hat, everything. Like,
well, did your wife
toothbrush,
call you and
deodorant.
like did your wife say like, your bag's here? Did she give you one of those?
She's visiting her parents this weekend. So she's not home either. She left on Friday.
Oh.
So there was nobody home on Friday to call me and say, bro, you left your stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
So I got here and I wasn't even planning on staying the night because I came up so late. I was like, I'll just go out for the day and drive back home.
Right.
And I realized there's a whole bunch of stuff that I still want to do tonight and there's stuff I want to do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm just going to get a hotel and stay. And then that's when I realized that, well, how am I going to stay here if I don't have stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like when the airline loses your luggage.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Right.
That'd be weird.
And so you had to go buy clothes. Would you buy shorts and a t-shirt?
Well, I can rewear my pants because I'm a guy.
Gross.
But I had to buy everything else.
So you got a new shirt, basically.
Yeah,
Shirt and
I
deodorant.
got a new shirt
Uh-huh.
and a package of socks, and some underwear, and
Uh-huh.
deodorant. I even bought a hat just because I could.
Oh, good. Okay.
So,
Okay. What's going
anyway,
on?
yeah, I'm probably like the world's most unprepared geocacher ever. So, but
But hold on.
But-
Hold on. Hold on, Ian. Jesse, what's going on?
I'm waiting to see how long your child is going to stand and try to turn the doorknob and push before he realizes the door is actually locked.
Open the door.
It's really
I
entertaining.
can see, we can see his melon through the window. Is he ring? No, he's not ringing the doorbell. We see movement. Sorry. Go open the door.
There is another way to go in the house.
I know, but apparently he wants to go in. The front door. Maybe he's hurt. All right, sorry. Go ahead, Ian. Sorry.
no, that's cool. That's cool, man.
Jesse's busy torturing my children.
I also did like 4 different series of adventure labs today, so that was kind of a
Oh,
blast.
nice. That's cool. Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it, man. That's probably the most geocaching I've done in a hot minute. So
Yeah, we went out the other
I should
night.
feel-
We went out the other night and got a couple with the dog.
We got like 10 or so.
No, 3.
Oh, no. When did we go and get parking grabs? How many did we get that night? We got like 10 that night.
It's like last week, wasn't it?
I mean, I've been going out and doing stuff locally. You know what I mean? Like random little like caches here and there, but I haven't like actually gone on a geocaching trip and really cached a lot.
Yeah, it's hard
Wait,
because
you know?
it's hard because it's
Yeah.
like you don't want to. On one hand, like I would love to just go somewhere and day trip and go up, but on the other hand, it's like, do I really want to take that shot, take that chance, and and is it? My theory is to me always. I mean, Jesse said, is it worth it? We have parents that are that are high risk, and we have kids, and is it worth it? Is what we always try and say to each other. Is what we're going to do worth it? That's how we weigh it.
That's good. I'm kind of lucky because I don't really see a whole lot of people,
Right.
Like I kind of work from home, and it's like so to me it's just a personal risk. Really, it's just me and
Well, you have a wife and a child.
my kid. Yeah, but it's just that, and we pretty much. I guess she is seeing her parents this weekend, so that's that. But
Is
I don't know.
she staying at their house?
yeah, she is.
Are you alone or
Swimming, man.
did you
She's
go up?
excited. Me? Yeah, I'm totally by myself.
Oh, you didn't go up with anybody?
I got no friends, man.
Oh, you didn't see Daryl while you were there? Dale Wattenberg? He's in
No.
Michigan.
No, I tried to talk Daryl into. So I saw Daryl at the Fulton County Fairgrounds. I don't know, 2 weeks ago, and I invited him to come up here. So I asked if he was coming down this way, and he said, "Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing." So, and I didn't see him today though. So I did see. I saw Neil Moore. He was there.
Oh, nice. You saw Neil Moore? Nice.
Yeah. So a bunch of people I know here, but I didn't go with anybody, and now I'm just driving around
Getting caches.
Right now I'm just kind of driving circles because I don't know where I'm going. But
Where are you gonna sleep?
I got a room at a Days Inn or something.
Oh.
Days Inn by Wyndham.
So it's the COVID Inn, basically. That's what you're saying.
The COVID Inn. Yep, you got it. So.
Yeah, Jesse and I talked about it's West Bend weekend right now. So it's supposed to be West Bend's supposed to be going on right now. And we talked about heading up there, day tripping up there. I'm curious if all the caches went live, like all the caches that were planned.
I can tell you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Go see if they went live. Cause
Let's see.
It's kind of interesting thinking about all that, because I mean this is supposed to be the crazy summer. Now we're really getting into when everything was actually supposed to be.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's crazy.
Kind of sad,
I know, it's more sad than anything else.
Yeah, like we're already past, Midwest Geobash weekend, and that was depressing as hell. But now we're getting into when I would have been up in Wisconsin for West Bend, and then next weekend would have been
going over to going to Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. We were planning. We were going. We had to take.
Thanks for the reminder.
What'd you say?
Now I'm sad. Said thanks for the reminder. Now I'm sad again.
Yeah, Jessie just got her final money back from all the hotels and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new virtual up there. So I just searched for anything.
West Bend?
Yeah, I'm looking at West Bend right now. I searched for anything that has been placed, because sometimes the place date and the published date aren't the same, So I looked for anything that was placed after July 1st, and there are 34. So it looks like there's a series of military series.
Oh, nice. By car or by hike?
No, they're all over. They're like all around town.
Okay.
So yeah, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, we day tripped.
There is wait a minute. There's a Crash Bash. Wait, what is this? Crash Bash. Let's check this out. It's an event. Today.
Oh,
at Regner Park. Aww. I cordially invite. It was from 9 o'clock. It was at 9 o'clock this morning. I cordially invite all who are willing to come out for an hour or so to join us at this event. This event offers nothing that the Cash Bash could have, but it is a simple down and dirty cash event in lieu of the recently canceled mega event. We, too, were disappointed that the Cash Bash was canceled this year, but that's not a reason to keep us from cashing. There's a few of us that were still planning on coming to the area to cash for the next few days, and what better way to do so than to host an event to start the day off right. We'll be here for about an hour before setting off. Feel free to chill, chat, and enjoy yourselves among friends. If you feel the need to social distance yourself, feel free to do so.
How many people?
Let's see. There were, so far, 33 attended logs.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and here's pictures. They're all they took pictures on the main and the, what is it called, the Silver Lining stage. Yeah, and they're all like spread out all around, socially distanced.
A podcast on that stage.
Yeah. Hey, that was in my time hop today.
Was it?
Yeah. Everyone is wearing a mask. Very nice.
Very good. Everyone's social distancing, unlike Ian.
Okay, I was pretty good.
How dare you?
I did one handshake today. One handshake.
One. Oh God, it makes me gag. Oh my God.
Nobody licked their hand before we shook hands. It was very nice.
Oh, how would you? Did you do it because you're like, oh shit, I shook his hand, I should have done that, or were you like, oh my God, I have to shake his hand?
No, I was walking around like offering up elbows, like doing a little elbow bump,
Sure,
with everybody.
Right. Yes.
And and it was Neil actually, and I gave Neil a elbow bump, and then we're like, all right, forget that handshake. So we both felt stupid bumping elbows.
Mm-hmm.
But we were actually wanting to do something like that for Midwest Geo Bash as well. The group of us that went up there and camped 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
We were wanting to do an event like that, like hey, no bash, but we're still here camping.
Right. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
And we can't even have events in Ohio still, so we weren't able to. So,
just someone's at the door.
But, that's pretty cool though. They did that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. So we made day trip up there. We've been talking.
It's your kids.
Go open the door. Go open the door for the poor kid. What's that?
Your listeners must think the dumbest conversation ever that we're having right now.
I know. But you know what? We had nothing to talk about. Because you know what happened is that like there was only a room did open, but we're like, you know what? Only one opened. So we're like, oh, we're gonna try and roll it for another 2 weeks, and then more than two, So
You guys need to clean up the yard, please.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, we're like,
for sure.
And then Chad bowed out. I'm like, oh my god, what the hell are we gonna talk about? So yeah. So this is what we got.
Yeah. I was listening to my country playlist on the way up here.
Why?
Just because it's fantastic music,
Because it's music, Scott. It's music.
No, it's not.
So I was thinking, I was like, and there was a really good song that came on, and I'll have to figure out what it was.
It wasn't a good
and
song.
I was like, man, I gotta send this to Scott. Like this is a good, like minimal twang.
Oh,
just
even
good,
any twang,
good,
I can't do it, man.
It's just good music.
It's
man.
the music. It's the
good.
heart,
Yeah, but I was
heart,
thinking
heart,
about
heart, the turf. It's that kind of like.
No.
You know, it's funny. I mean, Jesse, we're talking today. Jesse had Pandora on in the car, and she was listening to Tupac radio, and we were talking about Tupac. And I love Tupac. I'm a huge Tupac fan.
Me too.
I'm a Biggie fan too, but I was a Tupac guy. Back
Me
in
too.
the 90s. And how Tupac's music. Okay, now Ian, Tupac was probably. I mean, around when you were born. I mean, like Tupac was popular.
around that time.
Yeah, and Tupac was huge. Okay, huge.
But,
and he's been dead for.
Then he got dead.
I mean, what he died in 98 or something like that? 97, 98.
It was the late 90s. Let's see
Yeah,
when he died.
98. And how we still listen to his music.
96.
96?
Wow.
Was
Yeah.
better?
96.
Wow, I didn't peg it that early. And so his music is still very good, but his music is starting to get dated. It's starting to get a little dated. Now he talks about mobile phones and he talks about like the Super Nintendo, in some of his songs, and it's just starting to get a little dated. But it's still good, man. It's still good stuff, man. Love that Tupac. And we were talking about like what would Tupac be doing today? Now you see like you see Snoop Dogg now. Snoop Dogg is sold out, and now he's doing shows with Martha Stewart and stuff like that. What would Tupac be doing now?
What do you think? Do you think that music would be the same as it is now if he hadn't died? If they hadn't died, right?
I think rap would be very different. I
Mm-hmm.
think that genre would be very different.
Imagine if they would have stayed in the game, if they were still around, right? If they were still in the game.
Yeah.
And you had them and Dr. Dre and all these other guys. Like, I don't think we would have had this crazy shift to the what do they call trap music or whatever we have now.
Yeah. See, but I mean, a lot of it. I mean, a lot of that whole a lot of the whole East Coast West Coast stuff, and especially you got to be too young for this. I can't imagine. Like the Source Awards when like there was guns and stuff pulled at the Source Awards and stuff like that, because it was just a huge thing back in the 90s. And Jesse, we're talking about like how stupid it was. Like that's so stupid. Two amazing artists died over stupid, over absolutely nothing, over stupid.
Yeah.
And it's a shame, but it's also like it almost ended because, but that war almost ended because of that. Like that's that. So it did take it away. So what would have happened if they hadn't died? Where would it have gone? Like
that's true.
Jesse and I were talking. Like, can you imagine a concert with Tupac, Dr. Dre, and Biggie Smalls going on tour?
Yeah.
I mean, how huge that would be. Yeah, humongous.
I mean, you could almost say the same thing about like Elvis, even like if you go back to Elvis, like what
Sure.
if he didn't die?
Well,
You know?
yes, but in the 70s, Elvis wasn't as big as he was in the 50s and 60s.
That's true.
You know,
That is
he
true,
was
yeah.
he was chubby Elvis back then. I mean, he was so huge, but it
That is
wasn't.
true.
He wasn't as big as he was. But I mean, Elvis changed the game, much like the Beatles changed the game. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Tupac's
John Lennon didn't die. You know, I mean,
if John Lennon didn't die, can you imagine that? Oh my God, good Lord. Yeah. What's
they'd probably still be touring. They'd be like the Stones. You know, they'd be all like old and you know.
Yeah. I mean, they never got back together.
Mick Jagger is gonna tour until he's like dying, like Bob
Oh
Dylan,
yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, he'll die on stage, kind of a thing. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, Leah saying Elvis got bigger after he died. Yes, he did. Yeah. I mean, he's still. I mean, I think Elvis's estate is still huge. You know, he's one of those where he still makes millions and millions. So does Tupac.
So does Tupac. So I was just looking. I actually was just looking. Tupac has an official Instagram page that is run by his estate.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's on it? 30-year-old pictures?
5.2 million followers. Yeah.
What's on it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's pictures, videos.
On the record, a dead man who's been dead for 30 years has 5.2 million followers. How many do you guys have?
Yeah.
Way more than that's way more
Not
than me. I probably have,
5.2.
like, 50.
Jesus. He's been dead for 30 years, for Christ's sake. Yeah. Does
That's
Elvis
like
have
100,000 times more than me.
Does Elvis have an Instagram page, just out of curiosity?
Oh, here, we can buy Tupac masks. We got to make a change, and keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I just listened to that song today.
No Thug Life? I want a Thug Life one.
You want a thug? It's not quite the same in 2020 as it was back in the 90s.
No, it was not.
It's not quite thug life anymore.
Yeah, I think if him and Biggie were still alive, hip hop would be very, very different than what it is today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'd be a whole different scene. Yeah. But you know
Well,
what?
I mean, this far down the road, almost 30 years later, maybe it would have shifted by now still, but I don't think we would have had the dramatic shift in the mid to late 2000s that we had, 15 years ago.
Well, the early 2000s saw like 50 Cent and those guys come in, right? Like that second generation tier come in.
Yeah, it was like 2002, 2003, somewhere in there.
Yeah. I mean, when did Eminem come in, Jess? Was he the 80s? Or was he
He was
90s.
late
95.
90s.
Was he mid to late 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just. Yeah.
No auto tune.
No.
Right.
Auto-tune.
Yeah, no auto-tune.
No. Yeah, but what's his name does it really well.
Yeah, Post
T-Pain.
Malone.
T-Pain.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Post Malone. Yeah, T-Pain.
T-Pain. I'm
Post
old
Malone.
school. You going Moses Malone, I'm
T-Pain.
going T-Pain.
Yeah.
T-Pain, come on.
T-Pain's awesome.
Jesus.
That's all. Hey, man, it's old school. Yeah, but
Yeah, I sometimes I wonder like what happened to all these people. Like how did everybody stop listening to that kind of stuff and start listening to like Migos and whatever's on the radio now, you know?
evolution is what it is.
Age. It's the generations. You know what I mean?
Like
our kids listen to.
Kids?
Yes.
Is it that the young kids don't want to listen to what their parents listen to? Is that what it is? Like they go, I can't listen to T.I. and T-Pain and Dr. Dre.
No, because my
they're too old.
50-year-old likes Tupac. He likes Tupac. But they're more pop, and rap has gotten way more pop, or hip. I should say hip hop. Not even rap anymore. Is it hip hop music now? Is it technically rap anymore?
Trap music.
But yeah, my kid just listens to what's popular, So I mean, Toby will be singing. Toby will be singing a Justin Timberlake song, like to himself. And I'm like, really? You listen to Justin Timberlake? He's like, but he listens to what's popular, So
I don't even know what the kids listen to nowadays.
it's
Ariana
it's
Grande.
I mean, gotta remember, my son has no concept of an album. I mean, I don't know if you do.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he has no concept of an album, dude. He has no concept of albums and bands and how about four guys playing music, playing instruments? He almost has none of that. Now it's all this kids up there dancing and having a whole dance thing, and where's four guys with instruments playing music, I mean, it's just
but that's the other thing too, is like I was talking to my nephew or something the other day about like an entire album of like songs, right? Like not like an album like a record, you know what I mean, but like an album, like the 12 tracks on an album, and like they don't, like, they just hear the song on the radio and they go and pull it up on Spotify,
on iTunes or Spotify.
There's a single, and they just listen to the single, and
yeah, they don't know what an album is. They can't appreciate liner notes, and I said linear notes, liner notes, and like and an album and how an album works. Yeah. What's up, Dad?
It's hot.
Good.
You're through your computer.
Your mic's not on.
Did Chad show up?
Yeah, Chad showed up. So
Chad?
What's up? Hang on.
Somebody else needs to call in. So
he's trying to figure this out. So it's one of those. Yeah, it's amazing how you have a whole generation who have no concept of albums and an album coming out, and how excited you were when I heard the new U2 album was coming out, or the new the new Guns N' Roses.
I don't know what that's like, because U2 is terrible, but
hey,
don't
be messing with Bono.
When the Red Hot Chili Peppers put out a new album.
Wow, yeah,
right.
Oh, sure. Guns N' Roses when they put out. Jesse, why don't we school young Ian on when the freaking
oh my gosh, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2.
When Use Your Illusion went on sale.
That was
holy
huge.
God.
The record stores opened at midnight, and the lines were down the street.
Oh my God, huge.
Yeah, it was huge.
Everyone had it. Everyone had that album.
Yep.
It was mailed to you like soap in the mail.
Yeah,
everybody owned that album.
That was interesting.
What?
Well, I used to work at Best Buy for a lot of years. I was a manager for Best Buy, and we used to actually have like releases and stuff like that when I first started working there.
Mm-hmm.
And like a big album would come out, that like the new Beyonce album or something would come out, right? People would actually come in and buy it. They buy the CD, right? And then over time, it just shifted to where everything's on Spotify. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people don't buy the disc anymore. So they stopped having like the releases of albums and stuff. You have to go on Amazon and buy them if you really want a vinyl or a disc or whatever,
Right.
So,
only old people like me still buy CDs.
You still buy CDs, Chad?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't even buy CDs now.
I can't remember the last time I bought a CD.
I can't remember the last CD I bought.
And I had thousands of CDs back in the day. I worked.
Rephrase that. You have thousands.
No. I have hundreds now. I have gotten rid of so many over the years. I worked at Sam Goody for many years. I was a manager there for many years, and we'd get all the promos, and I'd buy all the new albums when they came out, and I literally had thousands of CDs at one point, and over the years, I've gotten rid of a bunch, I've sold a bunch, thrown a bunch away.
Mm-hmm.
I threw my cassette tapes away.
Oh, so did I.
I literally
I threw my cassette tapes away.
I remember taking them out to the garbage going, well,
Bye-bye.
that sucks. Bye-bye.
I had several of these like cases that would fold up, snap close, and each one little slots and stuff.
Yep. I had the ones with the drawers and
and I took them all. I was like, I'm never listening to these again.
Yeah.
You should have put them in an ammo can and like buried it in the backyard or something, and somebody would have dug it up in 400 years.
Well, they would have been a giant melted blob of plastic.
But didn't they make a comeback? Aren't they making a comeback? Aren't like kids like listening to our
cassettes?
Yeah, cassettes.
They're some of the metal oxide tapes are making a comeback. I don't know if it's for personal recordings or or not, but I know the metal oxide tapes themselves are making. I heard about making a comeback. I didn't hear about albums coming out on them though.
They're not
Like, I
releasing
bet
new
you-
albums.
I bet you if I talked to my 15-year-old son and I said, "What's your favorite band?" he probably doesn't have one. I bet you he doesn't have one.
My son probably doesn't have one.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's the other thing too, is like the bands are very uncommon nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
there's no band.
Oh yeah.
Like, unless you're talking about like rock. Like rock,
Yeah.
the rock genre still has a lot of like bands and stuff like that. But when you're talking about, and country too, but
Yep.
when you're talking about like what kids listen to, it's all like
Yeah.
Beyonce.
solo artists.
Yeah, Beyonce.
That's right.
And
Yeah, I saw
and
Justin
Ariana
Timberlake
Grande,
and
Justin
Right.
Bieber, you know.
Right.
Bieber.
I saw one of those timeline charts that was like from 1950 to now the top selling artist, and it was like, you know, the top 20, and it progressed over time, and you could see the new artists come in and move up and move down, and you know, and that was what I noticed was back in the beginning it was all bands, you know, even up through like the 80s and 90s, and then like right around 2000, early 2000s is when it started to change, and it was all
when hip hop
solo
really
artists,
went solo artists,
all solo artists,
and DJs, and,
and there are very few bands now.
DJ Khaled, yep, DJ Khaled for sure.
DJ
Yep.
Khaled, yeah.
Yeah.
My 9-year-old is the best imitation of DJ Khaled ever.
That's why I'm laughing and picturing
That's why she's
Jay.
laughing. That's why she's laughing. This is fantastic
Funny.
imitation. Yeah. So it's sad because I'm a band guy, and
Mhm.
you know I prefer
me too.
bands, you know. And
I don't know. There's something different about going and seeing a show
Yeah,
between a live band playing music versus a singer singing over like a track.
and dancing and having backup
Like-
dancers and,
Mhm.
and 20 different
Yeah,
costume
yeah.
changes.
Like my wife would love to go see like Ariana Grande live or something like that, or Taylor Swift. I'd be okay seeing Taylor Swift. She's awesome. But like I'd rather go see like the Chili Peppers or
Sure.
hell, anybody for that matter that plays an instrument. You
Right.
know what I mean? So,
Jesse and I were just in the car and we heard the Chili Peppers, but remember we were talking about it, like how good they were back in
oh yeah,
back in the 90s. How,
in the 90s they
huge.
were amazing. Absolutely. Blood Sugar Sex Magic,
God,
right? Isn't
yeah.
that the name of the album? I can picture it.
that,
Blood.
oh yeah,
uh,
totally.
Blood
Stadium
Sugar.
Tongues,
Arcadium
with the
is
tongues, man.
Mm-hmm.
God, that
such a
album.
good album.
That album was so huge, so huge.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Stadium Arcadium?
No,
No.
Blood Sugar Sex
No.
Oh,
Way
yeah.
before
Oh,
that.
That was a huge album, and Californication was huge too.
Yes, it
but
was.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
I think Stadium Arcadium was by far their most creative, best album by a long shot. It was so good,
hmm
so good. Every song had a guitar solo, man. It was amazing.
That's old school right there. So
So.
that is. Yeah, it's
Which
funny.
one? What? Stadium Arcadium?
No, you say every guitar has every song had a guitar solo. That's old school. Like,
Yeah, they don't.
Oh yeah. Who the hell plays the guitar anymore?
Not what, yeah.
Let alone multiple guitars. I was listening to.
Yeah.
What was I listening to? And it might have been Metallica, and I was thinking that, like, old school Metallica, and I was thinking that, like, songs aren't like this anymore, where you have, you know, like, you have three guitars all playing at the same time,
Yeah,
and they're all
right.
doing something different, but they all blend together, and they make this awesome,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yep.
They don't do that anymore. It's all,
Oh.
it's all digital and
Yeah, it's all yeah. it is.
computerized.
Yeah. As I've gotten older, I know my taste has changed. In
Mhm.
music, everything. I mean, I still like U2. U2 will always be, and Rush is my two favorite bands. But like I've told Jesse, like I've become a huge the Sundays, which have been that's a '90s band. I love the Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
I love Sting and the Police, which is funny because we were talking. I had
Hang on. So you got to be more specific with Sting because you know he's like crossed every genre.
I
there
know.
is.
and
He's like
great.
He's like Chicago.
So good.
they had eras.
And every year he comes to Ravinia, which is an outdoor venue here in Chicago. Never seen him. Remember, Jesse? I'm like, wait,
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta go see Sting.
We were gonna go see
And
a
he
whole
canceled.
bunch of bands at
Yeah,
Ravinia
he
this
got
year,
canceled.
and they canceled their season.
And the Police. I'm a police fan too. And it's funny because I'm a huge Coldplay fan. I love Coldplay,
Ugh,
and Jesse
I
hates
hate
Coldplay. Hates
Real.
it.
stand that.
So,
I don't
like,
like you two, and I don't like
I'll
Coldplay.
agree with you on this. I love Coldplay.
You're
yeah,
wrong.
Coldplay speaks to me. It
No.
legit speaks to my heart and my soul.
Yep.
They do.
No.
They do. They speak to my soul. And
No.
Sirius had a Coldplay channel for like 2 weeks. Well, it was all almost all Coldplay playing it. And oh my God, I listened to it nonstop. And Jesse's like, "Can you please turn this off? I can't listen to Coldplay. I can't listen."
No.
Oh, jeez.
Don't they have a U2 channel for you?
Oh yeah, they have a YouTube show.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Look at,
Do they have-
look
they
at
have
her
Break
face
the
right
Bank
now.
channel?
Look at her face. Like,
There are
yeah.
certain channels he's not allowed to play in his car with the Sirius. I don't have Sirius in my car. He can't play in his car. He can't play YouTube radio. He
Yeah.
can't play Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And I think and they can't play coffee shop radio. Those are
Yeah,
the
she
three.
hates the coffee
No.
shop radio.
No.
Basically, it's all
Can
it's.
you, are you? Can you play 50s on 5? Is that?
No, I don't mind the 50s.
My son, my son used to love 40s on 4, but they took it away.
They don't have it anymore.
Yeah, Toby loves
yeah,
Toby
we're-
loves
now-
40s music. It's
Now
really
we're
weird.
18 years away from it.
He's 15.
Right.
He loves 40s music. Go figure.
I didn't realize how big of a Green Day fan I was until I started going through my CDs and it's like, got a stack
Green
about
Day's
this high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Green Day's great.
That was Green Day, the Chili Peppers, Blink 182, Sum 41. Those are the only
Yeah, Blink
bands
182.
that I own every one of their albums.
Yeah,
for.
Blink 182 is really
Like
good
those-
too. They're really good too. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I remember when Blink 182 announced that Tom DeLonge was coming back. This was 10 years ago or whatever. When Tom DeLonge was coming back and they were making a new album, that was the happiest day of my life. So
But like a few bands speak to my soul when they play, and it's like the Sundays, U2, Solo Sting, and like Coldplay. They just like I love it. Like I get the feels, man.
Our souls are so different, man.
I know. I know it's weird. Certain bands do that. You know, it's like those are the ones. that like
I just don't get U2 at all. I don't
I don't know.
I
Man.
don't get it.
See, but I'm an old U2 guy. Not a
Like,
new, I'm not a new U2 guy. I'm an old U2 guy. I'm a
Yeah, but,
you
like,
know.
I'm the same way with the Beatles too. Like everybody's all like, "Oh my God, the Beatles," and I'm like, I mean, they're okay.
Oh, I like the Beatles.
know?
You don't like? Oh, I love the Beatles. But they don't speak
No,
to
I
my.
mean, like-
but
like,
they don't
I'll
speak to
listen
my
to 'em.
soul.
Like,
They
I
don't
think-
speak
I
to my
think
soul.
So, well, the 60s Beatles doesn't speak to my soul. The 70s
Yeah.
Beatles speaks to my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, certain bands just do it for you. You know, like not do it for. I shouldn't say do it for you, but like they like just it's a different kind of thing. You know, it's a different.
I know a lot of people don't like Meatloaf, but there's certain things about Meatloaf, and especially my grad school days, and I especially it's like I'm in a pissy mood about exams and stuff. It's like I'm sitting there jamming on "Life Is a Lemon" and I want my money back.
Hey, FF Skippy and Lee, I don't think I'm not writing that down for Toby. I am. I'm writing down channel 73. He'll be really happy because he was really pissed when the 40s on 4 went away. Toby learned 40s music from the game. He loved the game Fallout. I don't know if you've ever played the game Fallout.
Oh yeah, man.
And Toby was like, "What is this music, Dad?" I'm like, "It's 40s music, 30s and 40s." He's like,
Yep.
"Dad," he's like, "Dad, I love it." I'm like, "I know, it's fantastic, right?" And he knows. And when we used to listen to it,
Fallout guy.
we'd listen to it in the car, and he would literally sing the songs. He would know the lyrics to the songs from the
That's awesome.
40s. Yeah, he loved it. Toby's. Who knew Toby? My 15-year-old is a fan of the big bands. Like the big band. Horns and all
Right.
that stuff. The 40s.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Well, you said he plays an instrument, right?
No, that's Jesse's son. Cam.
My son is a drummer.
He's a drummer.
Oh.
Cam doesn't like Sting, which blows me away.
No.
'Cause-
But he loves Green Day.
I mean, that's okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
He's got
weird.
good taste then. He's got good taste.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he likes
No, he's got
because
good taste. Yeah.
because he wants to play drums, but he loves like the old school rock music that
he likes Guns N' Roses.
he
Really
likes Guns N' Roses, he likes Metallica, he likes Green Day, anything that with good drums, but he also plays in the jazz band at school, and so he really likes jazz, and so I pulled out some of I worked at a record store. I have a very wide selection of CDs. So I pulled out some of my old jazz, 90s and early 2000s albums that I got from working there, and played some of his, like Pat Metheny, that kind of stuff. And he was like, wow, this is great.
Yeah. I mean, Jesse's always been a big music person because
Yes.
of your work. I've always been a big movie person. To me,
Nope.
movies speak to me. Like Cody and I will always, quote movie lyrics back and forth to each other and whatnot, rather than
I'm song lyrics.
song lyrics, because movies have always spoke to me more than music.
I'm
has.
in the Jesse camp for sure.
Yeah, so that's okay. It's usually it's one or the other. But it's always been movies for me more than. I mean, I love music and I listen to music, but movies have for me. I guess for lack of a better term, I'm trying to figure out like time wise and certain points of my life. I could hit certain points of my life by movies rather than music.
No, and I'm the music.
Yeah, your music. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, I could probably do it with both if I really had to. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I can tell you, where I was when I first heard a certain song.
Absolutely.
Probably. I mean, not
Mhm.
exactly. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
like I can hear a song and be like, oh yeah, I was in like 7th grade or I was in high
Right.
school.
see, but I can do that with movies.
But-
I do that with movies. I always say I saw a double feature of Gremlins and freaking Ghostbusters, which was like that might be the greatest double feature in the history of double features and seeing movies. Like
Well,
stuff like that. Like,
maybe half of it, the other
I don't
half,
think
nah.
people did double features when I was around.
well, dude, that was like 83, 84.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do them now. Do they do
Before my-
double features now? I don't even know. I don't think so.
I don't know. I
Like,
seldomly go to the theater.
I've seen it like a drive-in. Like,
Yeah, no, this was a movie theater. We were there for all day. Yeah.
Today's theater, you got reserved seating
Oh, it's ridiculous.
and reclining chairs and
Yeah.
recliners, food service.
Yeah, movies have gotten so bad, and I love movies. Movies have gotten so bad, I don't even go to the movies. Jesse and I, what's the last movie we saw?
Probably Star Wars.
It might be Star Wars. Literally,
Star Wars,
it might be
probably.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go to Jesse and I go see Star Wars movies, and we see like I think we saw the couple Jurassic Park movies in the theater. Like that's
Yeah.
funny. We don't see too many movies in the theater.
No.
Yeah, it's
not
gotta
worth
be
wasting your
something
money on Jurassic
really
Park.
Yeah.
Special for me to go see it in theaters. Like the last Star Wars movie that came out, I was dying to see it, and I didn't even see it. That was the first one. Okay, obviously I didn't see the original trilogy in theaters. That was not my time.
Right, look at you dance around that. Not before I was born. That was not my time.
It's like I wasn't even in diapers when the last of the first trilogy came out.
Dude, the fucking prequels weren't your time. Okay. So,
Oh, yeah, they were. Yes, they were. I saw every single one of those in theaters that it came out. Dead serious. Not even kidding.
okay.
The-
Wait, 1999. How old were you in 1999?
Well, 19.
I was eight.
Yeah.
You were 8. Did you see it in the theater when you were 8 years old?
I did. My cousin, who is 3 years older than me, had a birthday party
Uh-huh.
at his house, and at the end of the birthday party, all of like the cousins all got together and went and watched the movie that night when it opened in theaters
Okay,
at like
wait.
9 p.m.
Okay, wait. Hold on a second. Before you say another word. Okay. Okay. First off, do you remember going to see the movie? Do you remember seeing the movie?
Yes,
I mean, you were
remember
8
where
years.
I sat.
You were
I
8 years
remember
old.
the
That's
theater
I
I
mean,
was at.
and that is the same year I was 8 years old when I first saw New Hope and I saw Star Wars when it first came out in 78. I'm sorry, excuse me,
Yep.
77.
So 77. I was 6.
I
Yeah, I was 6, and that's the first movie I remember
Me too. Oh yeah, I remember vividly going to see Star Wars.
because I remember waiting around the block, walking around the block. I know I saw movies before that at the theater, but that was the first one I waited all the way around, and then it really stuck
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah. So okay, Ian. So okay, you remember going to see it, and you were 8 years old, which is kind of young. That's pretty
Yeah.
young. That's like 3rd grade or 2nd grade, isn't it? 2nd or 3rd grade. So
Yeah,
And he's in society had changed.
yeah,
So the ratings and all that kind of stuff. They weren't so worried about kids getting
yeah.
mentally injured by watching movies that had violence in it back in the 70s.
Ian, did you love or hate Jar Jar?
Okay. That's a deep question.
I
At
know
the
because
time-
he's
at
your
the-
wheelhouse. So I really want to know how you felt about it.
So listen. So at the time,
Uh-huh.
okay, I wasn't a huge Star Wars fan. Okay, like this was like my first dive into Star Wars.
Okay, so you hadn't seen
And
you hadn't seen the originals. You hadn't seen the.
I had, but
Oh, you had?
only like with my cousins. So my uncle had a giant action figure Star Wars collection. He had a life-size Darth Vader suit in his basement and stuff, and like he was huge into it. So like my cousins were older than me, and they would watch it, right? Because their dad, his dad got him into it.
Sure.
And I would just kind of sit there and be like, "Ooh, pew pew," right?
Chewbacca.
But
Remember Countdowns?
what?
Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
but so going to see episode 1, right? I loved him because he was hilarious to me as an 8-year-old, right?
Cute, yes.
And I thought it was hysterical. I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's the funniest little dude."
I hated Jar Jar
And,
Binks.
and then as I got older and there were more movies, and I was like, okay, I need to actually like start understanding all this a little bit, because like I get the storyline of the first 3, but now I want to see the rest of them again and really understand the whole like thing.
Mhm.
And I was like, what is this dude?
Mhm.
Like, what is this guy? What
He's
does
a
he
Gungan.
do? Like, why did they even add him? I don't know.
He's a Gungan. What do you mean why they had him?
So they can have bubbles rolling through a war zone.
Ian, did you have Jar Jar pajamas?
Did I what?
Did you have
Jar Jar pajamas?
Yes.
No, I did have a little action figure. I had an Anakin action figure thing, and a Jar Jar, and
Oh,
Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul.
okay.
I had those 4, and then my cousins had a bunch of the other ones, and we would play Star Wars.
Right.
But
You know, it's funny. Jesse and I took the boys, all 3 boys. Wait, was Shane there, Jess? Shane wasn't there, was he?
For which?
For episode 7. For The Force Awakens.
I don't think so. No,
Yeah,
it was
Shane
just
might
the
have
4 of us.
Shane, might have
Shane
been-
was too
no.
young.
Yeah, Shane, unfortunately. Yeah, because remember I promised him you can go to the next one. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I promised him.
Mhm.
He was pretty pissed. So we take the kids to go see The Force Awakens. We take Toby and Cam, our 2 oldest. Jesse, in 20, what? When was that? 2014?
I
When
don't
did that
know.
come out?
I-
Whenever Force Awakens.
Awakens?
Yeah, whenever that came out. I don't remember when it came out.
I don't know, 15 maybe.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it was November of 2015 because I had just moved here.
oh, there you go. Thank you, Chad. So we take the kids to go. I think we went to the 10 o'clock show, the 9 o'clock show. And Toby and Cam are floored. No, it was a 10 o'clock show. I'll tell you because it was like 1 o'clock when we got out of the theater. And so we're waiting around and there's a huge line. Even though it was assigned seatings, there was a huge line. And Toby and Cam were like, what the hell's going on here? And I look at them, I'm like, guys, it's Star Wars. You don't understand. Like, it's Star Wars. This is what happens in Star Wars. And they were just amazed by, they'd never seen anything like that before, you know, where it was just people, you know, like waiting for a movie. You know, like in their generation, don't sit around and wait for a movie
and dressed
Right.
up.
and dressed up. Yeah, and people were dressed up and stuff. It just doesn't happen.
Like,
you know?
what the hell?
So the only other movie that anybody does that for is like maybe a Marvel movie.
No, or
something,
Harry
but
Potter. I
that's
think
not-
Harry Potter had that as well.
Yeah.
That was
Rocky,
like- that was
the
like-
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, Rocky Horror. Come on, yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's a whole different. But yeah, I mean, Harry Potter had stuff like that, but that was way before my kids' time. You know, like, this is like in their
Yeah, Harry
time.
Potter was what like me and my friends were into, because that was in the time where I was like old enough to do stuff like that.
Mhm.
And Star Wars was like in that hiatus time, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, sure. Oh,
Mm.
like Harry
So-
Potter, yeah.
So like
Definitely filled the void.
that was what my friend group did. I remember going and seeing the last Star Wars movie at the drive-in with all my friends, and we had a big like pregame party, and everybody got all dressed up, and we went and watched it at the drive-in. It was a good time, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I
you
miss
know.
Harry Potter.
See, I was too old for Harry Potter. Obviously.
I was an adult and I still like pre-ordered all the books every
Did you
time they
really?
came
No,
out. Oh,
I
absolutely.
read the first book, and I really liked the first book. And then I remember I went and saw the first movie, and I was really pissed because I left so much out from the book.
Oh yeah,
I was like, this is
the
bullshit.
movies are always disappointing after you
And
read a
then I read the
book.
second book, and that was it. That's all I read. And I hadn't seen any of the movies. I've never seen any of the others.
I read all of them. They were so good.
I've watched all the movies. I
My-
never read the books. And I am a diehard fantasy novel reader. So it's kind of like in the wheelhouse of what I read, but it's like it's just a little too juvenile for me.
Yeah. Well, it's
I
got
was
its-
in my 20s.
got its audience, man. Yeah, but you were a big Twilight fan too, Brown, weren't you? Did you read all the
Yes,
Twilight books?
huge Twilight fan.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Oh
any.
my God, that was my wife's thing.
Yep.
Twilight. Yeah.
I was gonna say my oldest sister is roughly your age, and
There, I got the books.
She-
Here you go.
she
They're all right
bought
here.
me the first Harry Potter book when it first came out,
Right.
thinking that I liked to read or something, and I didn't. So I tried to read it. I got through like 2 chapters or something, and then put it down and never picked it up again. And then the movie came out, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is so cool!"
The book was way better.
And I
the
love.
Oh yeah.
I was obsessed with all the movies, and I never read another book ever.
Okay.
Ever. Never read another Harry Potter.
I read the book, and I thought it was so good, and I was like so excited to see the movie, and I was so pissed walking out of that theater because how much crap they left out of the book. I was like, "This horse,
Oh yeah.
that's horse shit."
Yeah.
Were,
And
were
Twilight was the
other
same way.
movies as bad?
I didn't see the other movies. I didn't. I really didn't see them. I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
wow.
movies
Oh.
weren't very good.
Okay. I have to this day. I've seen the first one and part of the second one, and that's it.
Okay, so did you watch the Game of Thrones series?
Nope, I've
No.
not seen Game of Thrones. Not 1 minute of Game of Thrones. Have I
Nope.
You gotta watch that
watched.
now.
I know.
But now I'm a person. I had already read the books that were out. Of course, books 5 and 6 hadn't been released yet. I'm not even sure if 6 has even been released yet. But books 3 through 4 I had read. Or pardon me, 1 through 4 I had read. 1 through 3 I had read like a decade before the stuff come out. And I'm watching this like, is this what happened? Is this real? I went back and read it. Season 1 was pretty good, but it had a few things, and then from there on out, there's like so much that just went. Yeah.
That's like Walking Dead. Same thing. I mean, I read the comic book of Walking Dead for years
Right.
before the show ever came out. And I was so excited for the show to come on. And don't get me wrong, the show was great. I still watch the show to this day. Jesse can't stand
Right.
it. She
Oh.
thinks, Jesse thinks the sound that the I can't even watch a show with Jesse in the house because she
No,
won't hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
You don't like the whisperers? What?
No, she doesn't
No,
like the sound that
Oh, I can't stand it. Although I did say today I would rather hear that sound than the annoying Disney shows that our youngest
Shane
watches.
watches. He watches like Henry Danger, and you don't even know what that is. Ian might have a
Oh.
shot because of his child, but like, you like,
I know
Ju-
it.
ju-
I don't
just
watch it, but I know what it is. Yeah.
one time on the ride of
Fine,
It's a
watch
Small
that.
World, and you want to blow your brains out
yeah. Shane
Just,
is at that like
listening to that. It's a small.
yeah. Shane watches like Disney Channel and all the crap. He's 9 years old. He watches that crap, and so I mean, it's just low tolerance for that stuff, man. Low tolerance.
Dude, I can't handle how different Disney Channel is now than when I was a kid. Like
Oh
that,
yeah.
that bugs me, right? Like you probably don't get it, but like that bugs me.
That it's different.
Just-
Yeah, but look how different Nickelodeon is from when
Yeah,
I was a kid.
Look
From
at
when I
how
was
different
15.
MTV is.
MTV. Oh my God, Ian. MTV used to play music videos, and that's it for the record. Just so you know.
Oh, I know.
And they had different.
So
They
I
had
was
shows.
on the back end of that when I was a kid, right? And I've always loved music from the time that I was little. Like I got my first Eminem CD when I was like 7 or something. I don't know. I was a cool kid, but
Just that's like 1995.
huh?
How old were you when you were 7?
Yeah, it was like 98. It was the one before the Eminem show.
Oh God,
Whatever that
for the
was.
Eminem show.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But I
either.
remember getting the Eminem show for my birthday. My parents had no clue what they were doing, and I got the Eminem show CD for my birthday, and I had to like listen to it without my parents knowing because I didn't want them to be mad. They bought that for me, and yeah, that was fun. But but what the hell was I saying? I don't know.
You were talking about MTV.
I'm
You
tired.
playing only videos.
Oh, MTV, yeah. I remember watching MTV, and that was like, I would literally sit around and just watch music videos on MTV after school, and like TRL and stuff, and I loved all that. And then it turned into the Real World and whatever the heck else they started putting on MTV, and it
Beavis and
became less and less about
Beavis and Butthead, The Real World,
So-
Remote Control if you want to go old school.
So I used to watch music videos before MTV existed.
Oh yeah.
So
Saturday night videos.
Saturday night videos.
Saturday
yeah.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, Friday night and Saturday night videos and stuff. And then I remember when MTV came out, it was the greatest thing. And then it was good all the way up through about probably early 90s. And that's when I like dropped it.
That's all. MTV now is the ridiculous show. That's
It's all
it is.
ridiculous.
All ridiculous all the time.
Okay. I haven't watched MTV in probably at least a decade.
Ridiculous is fantastic.
I introduced Scott to ridiculousness.
Oh my god!
And it is fantastic.
So Jesse, wasn't it a couple days ago? We were talking about like what my curfew was when I was.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to figure out a Cam curfew because he's going into 8th grade. And I was like, well, let's see. When I was in 8th grade, and I was trying to figure out, I'm like, wait, I was home for Friday night videos. Okay, what time did Friday night videos come on at the era when we were kids? You know, because I knew I was home for that. So
Headbangers Ball. I used to stay up and
Headbangers
watch
Ball.
Headbangers Ball.
So yeah, so it's like I still, like I said, like I figure out my, my timeline goes to TV shows and movies and stuff like that, and I knew I was always home on Friday nights by this time, to watch Friday night videos. I think it was 10 o'clock. That's when I was on.
When I was in middle school and early high school is when the TV channel Fuse was popular.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember Fuse.
And
I do.
Fuse was like what MTV used to be, but it was all like rock music.
Is it the aughts? When was that? Was it the early 2000s?
So
it was like the early to mid
I don't remember that at all.
2000, somewhere in the 2005 maybe. Like Fall Out Boy was on there, so whatever the time that was, 2005.
No, I had Toby,
Yeah.
so I was like watching freaking Ren and. No, I was watching.
Did you almost just say Ren and
Ren
Stimpy?
Not Ren and Stimpy. I was watching. Who were the guys who sing with the colored?
The
shirt?
Wiggles.
Oh God.
I was watching the Wiggles and shit like that in the.
I was watching the Wiggles yesterday, man.
God bless you, man.
All I can say is thank God my son grew up.
God, thank God. I wanted to shoot myself in the head with that stuff. Oh God.
And I'm glad Barney was pretty much dead by the time my son. It's like I remember my nieces and nephews and stuff always watching Barney, but my son never got into Barney, and Barney was pretty much dead by that time. And it's like, thank God.
Toby used to watch the same Barney because we TiVo'd them, or I'm sorry, DVR'd them, and he had Barney, this Mother Goose, this Mother Goose version of Barney. It was a Mother Goose episode. Toby would watch the same episode every single night before bed. It was the air quote bedtime routine. Where teeth and then watch 5 minutes of fucking Barney of this Mother Goose episode, and so I'd get it in 5-minute snippets. Is what I get this episode in, right? And like, but he keep on rewinding it to the songs he liked, and I know that Chad, I know that entire episode by heart.
Oh God!
And sometimes when Toby's being a particular asshole, I start singing to him.
Payback.
Yeah.
What were those? What was that other show? Like, what was it? Like B-Boz? What the heck was that? With those weird. No, not the tele.
Oh man, Toby watched those too. Oh God damn, those go me crazy. Oh God.
Here, wait. What is this? Wait.
Oh yeah, fruit salad. Yeah, fruit salad. Yummy. Fruit salad. Oh God. Freaking Wiggles.
Okay, so you know what's funny about the Wiggles, right? So they have new Wiggles now, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, I heard they have new Wiggles. Yeah. The Doodle Bobs, Jess. The Doodle Bobs. Doodle Bobs.
Is that what it was?
I don't know. You tell me.
Who?
The Doodle Bobs.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, it sounds like a thing.
No, that's not.
That's not them. All right, go ahead, Ian.
What were the Teletubbies?
that was,
No, that's
I was
not
gonna
them
say,
either.
I thought that was those weird monster looking.
That was the
things.
baby in the
No, that was the
Baby in
weird
the
babies. No, it was the bee ball. I just played like a quick video, but now I can't find anything else. All right, I'm gonna find what it is.
Stupid kids, man, make us watch shit.
Ugh.
Shit.
It's all garbage.
Booba.
But they like it. Whatever.
Oh my god,
I don't
it
know.
shuts them up.
They so they have these new Wiggles now. They replaced 3 of the Wiggles, and one guy is still there, and he's like 70.
Which one? What color shirt?
And,
Which one? Which one? Which one?
What? The blue one.
Oh,
blue
nice.
one.
Yeah,
The one
sure.
that-
Yeah.
The one Anthony, the one that created the group or whatever with his friends.
Yeah.
And they replaced the other 3, but they have a Wiggles TV show, and it's on Netflix. That's all we watch.
Really?
Right? So the other 3 that left all come back and do like random little cameos and sing songs with them. So like the little Asian guy that used to be the purple one.
Yeah. No, the Asian guy was the yellow one, wasn't
No, that was
I think that was Star Trek.
he? Shit.
yeah. No, I think the Asian guy was the purple one, and the dark-haired guy was the yellow one.
God. Yeah, you're right. He might have been the purple. Yeah, I do.
Anyway,
This is a long time ago,
but
man. I
he
gotta
comes
block that
comes
out.
on the show and he plays Chef Jeff or Jeff the Cook or something like that,
Right.
and wears a chef hat and sings the Yummy Yummy song with them, and it's ridiculous. The fruit salad. Fruit salad's what it's called. That's the name of the song. Yeah.
salad. Oh yeah, dude. Oh God, Jesus.
So there was a television show called Boo Bah.
Yeah,
It
and
was,
that's what it was.
British. Yeah.
Yes, and my son liked that when he was little.
Okay, I had never heard of it.
What's
So
What's it called?
It was
Booba?
Booba. It was so weird. It was so weird.
Jesse,
Here, it's on the list of the 5 most horrifying TV shows that aren't supposed to be scary. It is actually rated number 1.
Colts. I don't remember
never
cold
heard that
spaghetti.
in my life.
I remember hot potato. I don't remember cold spaghetti. Ian, how does cold spaghetti go?
It's just the second verse of Hot Potato.
Oh, is it really? Oh, I remember hot
yeah,
potato.
it's just Hot Potato, and then cold spaghetti.
I don't remember
Same
that.
thing.
Oh God.
And then there's a third one too.
No,
Hot
Leah.
potato, cold spaghetti.
The worst is
and-
I'd be in my car singing this shit by myself, singing this shit to myself, going, "Oh my God."
Did you have a Wiggles CD? Did you have a Wiggles CD?
No, I did not. No, but I would just gotta remember this
My
is
sister had a Wiggles CD for my niece. My niece is she was born in 2000, and I remember driving her out with my sister, and we'd have to put the Wiggles CD on for my niece.
Yeah, God. Yeah, see, I was lucky, I guess, when Toby was born, it was 05. In 07, the iPhones came out. And by 08, like, you could download videos to the iPhone. You know, like, you couldn't play things. It wasn't streaming yet, so you couldn't stream Netflix, right? I can't imagine how easy it would be to have a kid now, but in terms of, like, with a phone and stuff.
here's an iPad.
Well, that's why they all know how to use iPads.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's why my so, like, when I grew up, like, growing up, I was like the tech guru for everybody. Like, everybody that had a problem with they didn't know how to use their computer. Like, hey, how do you do this? Like, they would ask me because I was the kid that grew up on the technology and stuff.
Right.
And now it's like we're all asking my, 13-year-old nephew and stuff how to do things because we don't know what this stuff
absolutely.
is.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, my God. I feel
You know?
I was the Mac guy for 20 years, and now I don't know anything anymore. Now it's my kids know more than me. You know? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
Who uses computers anymore, though? I mean,
So anyway, we used to have to download episodes of things to my phone if we were going to go out to eat or something like that, and you wanted, to amuse your child, so we couldn't even stream it. Literally had to download it. So we would download episodes and stuff mostly like SpongeBob and stuff like that is what we would do. Like I still have SpongeBob in my Apple iTunes. I still have SpongeBob episodes. They've been there for 12 years,
We had the battery powered DVD player that pop up and
something like
hang
college,
up.
isn't he?
Hang up. Well, he's starting college in 2 weeks, but So in the early 2000s, you know, basically that was the solution. I mean, we didn't have. Well, I might have had a BlackBerry. Well, I would have had a BlackBerry by then, but you know, it wasn't quite to the level of modern smartphones.
This is so sad that I know all these songs. Toby watched the Wonder Pets.
Are you looking
right?
at the Whistle songs?
No. It's Leah. Leah says the worst is the Wonder Pets. Sing it. The phone is ringing. I know all the freaking songs that she's doing.
I'm so glad my son really didn't get into most of these.
Oh, Toby loved the one.
Yeah, neither did my son, but he watched like weird shows. Like his favorite was Dirt World Girl.
Oh, Dirt World. Yes.
Do you remember that one?
Yes, I remember Cam watching it.
Yeah. He liked that. I'm trying to think what else. We didn't watch a whole lot of TV.
Toby liked the Rocket. Going on a trip.
Oh yeah, the Little Einsteins.
Going to the sky.
That was Cameron's first concert. I took him to not Disney on Ice, Disney Live.
So Ian, you'll appreciate this, Ian. So my ex-wife and I take Toby, who was I think 3 at the time, to go see the Wiggles live in concert. Okay. I have to go
In
sit.
Australia?
I'm sorry.
So I have to go sit at a fucking Wiggles concert. Okay. As you can imagine how horrible it would be, you have no idea. And so the Wiggles come out, you know, and all the kids rush the stage. Okay. Like a freaking concert. I'm sitting, it was like a mosh pit for
Yeah, they're like a mosh pit.
Toby, on the other hand, proceeds to start bawling and cried the entire time we were there. From the first song to the last song, he cried.
Good job, Toby.
I'm like,
get me
I'm
out of
assuming
here.
it wasn't happy tears.
No, they were not happy tears at all. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I took you to the Wiggles. You're seeing the people you love and you're crying the whole time. Yeah. So
For some reason, that doesn't surprise me.
So I had to watch this hour and a half or whatever it was concert of the goddamn Wiggles, and I have a crying child next to me, bawling, like would not stop crying.
I'm surprised you stayed.
I paid a lot for those tickets. I wasn't going anywhere.
I once took Cameron to
but if everybody hates it, like why?
I took Cameron to the circus.
The circus. Oh yeah.
I took him to the circus, and at halftime, at intermission, he's like, "Can we go?" I'm like, "Are you bored?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm kind of bored too, but I paid a lot for the tickets, so let's just stay, okay?" He's like, "Okay, let's go get more food." Okay. It was very boring.
You know what's weird? My wife and I were talking the other day about our kid, right? And he's a little over a year. I guess 15 months now. So, and we were talking about like as he gets older and stuff like that, like what are things that we have to do and not do and whatever. And now like the biggest thing we're worried about is like not getting him.
Oh God.
Hold on, I thought I lost you.
No.
The biggest thing we're worried about is like not getting him addicted to like a smartphone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like having it all the time. Like I remember when my wife's nieces and nephews, her brother's kids, they were there, and still to this day, they're just attached to tablets and phones and whatever. And it was like everywhere we were, they were constantly asking, "Can I have your phone? Can I have your phone? Can I have your phone?" And it's like, no phone, you know. And like, and we were talking about that. And we had like this crazy long, weird conversation about how different it is with kids now compared to even like when you guys were raising your kids. I mean, your older kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm still raising my
15
kids.
years ago.
I'm
right?
still raising them.
Like.
Yes.
Just
yeah. Oh, how? Yeah. The difference in how it was. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Toby, the
It's
iPhone
so
was brand
different.
new.
So-
I wouldn't let my 2-year-old hold my $700 iPhone back in
No.
7. You know, hell no.
Yeah, but
You
now
know?
it's so common.
Oh,
It's like that's the thing. You know,
Here's the thing, though. Here's
Like
the
my-
thing, though. Like, hold on.
But-
Let me school you on being a parent. Is that here's the problem. Here's the problem. Is that you're going to do this, okay? You're gonna try and limit your kid, okay?
Yeah.
The problem
Yeah.
is he's going to make friends. Eventually,
Yep.
he's going to get friends, okay?
Mhm.
And his
Yeah.
friends are going to know all these things that he knows nothing about. You know, whether it be
Yeah.
videos, whether it be YouTube stars, whether it be TikTok things, they're all going to know these things. He's going to know nothing. And guess what? He's going to be that kid that knows nothing. So, what my point being is that, like, yeah, you can get him something. I think it's okay. You know, I mean, me and Jesse talked about when we were going to give the kids phones, you know, and stuff like that. And you
Right.
can get. It's just you just got to be careful. You got of what they watch and what they see. But like,
Mhm.
you're also hurting him by not doing it. Is my
Yeah.
point. Jesse, do you agree or disagree?
I
with that?
totally agree. You don't want your kid to be the only one who doesn't have a PlayStation. You don't want your kid to
No.
be the only one who has never seen what I don't know. I can't think of a good example, but
I can think of two.
What?
That was a joke. Bad joke.
But yeah, like it's kind of seriously, it's kind of like that though. I know it sounds superficial, but you know,
No, it's true.
it
I'm just
you know, it's the truth, and it's you know, it's very hard. What you know, and kids are cruel, you know, and
Yep.
you know, and
oh
when,
for sure.
when your kid doesn't have PlayStation because you know all the other kids have PlayStation. You know, I remember.
Oh,
when I remember I called
PlayStation because I'm gonna have a PlayStation. You know what I mean?
right.
Like
Like I raised my kid when I was we were gonna get a PlayStation. I called my kids. I go, "Do you want an Xbox or a PlayStation?" You know, like I'm gonna buy one. What do you want? And they said, "Get a PlayStation." We have an X. They have an Xbox
Yeah.
at their mom's house. They're like, everybody has PlayStations. Get a PlayStation. Okay. You know,
Yeah.
They wanted to, you know, be able to play with their friends. You know, and sadly, Ian, this is the way it is. It's the way it is now. Like my kids don't go out. That's why this isn't affecting our kids horribly because my kids already FaceTime with their friends. They have a house party.
Right.
They go on the PlayStation and they play games with their friends
Yep.
for hours. Toby certainly plays basketball with his friends in the basketball game. They literally have pickup games in the game and talk to each other
Yeah.
and talk shit to each other.
Yep.
Like this
see,
happens. It's
but
amazing.
There's a point where I'm okay with that. I'm okay with like that being a form of social interaction with your friends and stuff. What I don't like is seeing 12-year-olds shaking their butt on TikTok.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a difference with what's appropriate. You know what I mean? And I have absolutely no problem with my kid playing video games because I like to think that I turned out fairly okay.
Yeah.
And I would spend hours and hours and hours a night sitting on my computer playing StarCraft. Back when I
Great
was a
game, by the way. Fantastic game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Hours.
Sure.
I thought I was like the goat at StarCraft, man. I thought I was the best. And I would just I had
Great game.
all these friends. I had like all these internet friends and stuff, and you know what I mean. I'd sit there and talk in the chat rooms and play StarCraft and be awesome. And that was my social time. I'd rather do that than go. I mean, and I would still go play football and baseball and stuff with my friends and stuff. But like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Like I when I got older, I would rather just hang out with my game friends that had mutual interests. You know what I mean?
Right. And there's nothing wrong with
So-
that. I mean, you still were interacting.
Right. Yeah.
You
I
know.
just, but at the time, at the same time, I also wasn't, you know, shaking my butt or
Right.
dropping F-bombs on TikTok.
But that
or
being said,
whatever, you know what I mean?
social media wasn't really around during that time either. So you don't know.
Absolutely.
So you
Yeah,
can't say you
absolutely.
never would
And
have. You can't say you never would have because it was not around. You know,
That's true.
it's
Yep.
a whole different ballgame.
That is
here
very
with
true.
these
I
kids.
don't know.
Yeah, it's hard. Trust me. But that being said,
I
like
could see myself maybe I would have probably done some of those like funny like TikTok-y videos of like lip syncing weird funny
right,
things, you know, comedy things. You know, I
Right.
would have done that.
sure.
Something like that probably.
Oh my
Or
god.
like singing on Instagram or
Oh,
something.
yeah, I mean-
you know, I would have been an Instagram famous singer for sure.
I mean, one of the greatest things that I'm so happy about is with technology wise is that when we were living in Elgin, I was living 45 minutes away from my children, from my kids, and I saw my kids basically on the weekends, you know, and you know once or twice a week during the week, and the way I kept active with my kids is I would play with them on the PS4 and we'd have the headphones on and we would talk literally, and I just ask them about their day as we were playing a game, and we'd
That's cool.
have a conversation about their day, and I was a way for me to interact with my kids, in a way that not just sitting on the phone and they were bored off their shit, like we would play and we'd have interact and we would talk about their day and how they're doing in school and their friends and all that, and I thank God for that because it kept me involved in their lives, whereas just a phone call, they were bored. They couldn't wait to get off the phone with me, because they wanted to go do something, so, but like, I look at my 15-year-old, and like, it's all about Snapchat. It's all, it's all about the likes and it's all about, the numbers and all that stuff. Toby makes me laugh because he'll put something on Instagram. If it only gets 100 likes, he takes it off. I'm like, why are you deleting that? He's like, oh, I got 100 likes. I'm like, so what? Like, it's freaking Instagram, dude. Who cares?
Yeah, but if you leave it there as evidence that you only got 100 likes, then you're gonna be laughed
That's right.
at.
Yep. It's amazing. I mean, think of the pressures they have for that kind of stuff that we didn't have.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think I don't know. Social media is a blessing and a curse, I suppose.
Well, so is the internet in general. The internet in general is a blessing and a curse.
Oh, for sure.
Don't to say social media.
And I think social media is a huge problem in the world, but I also use it so regularly, so it's so hard.
That's right. You are such a hypocrite. Yeah, you're an amazing hypocrite. I hate the internet, and I'm a huge hypocrite. The internet, my career is on the internet. Like, I'm a fucking UX designer. I hate the internet. I think it ruined mankind and the way we are now. As fantastic, and me and Jesse have had many conversations about this. As fantastic as it has destroyed we as people in terms of like knowledge and knowing and having thought and having an idea and actually having like going and looking something up. When's the last time you went and looked something up in a book, or something like that? Just having knowledge for Christ's sake.
How do you teach kids to go do research?
Right, knowledge.
It's like
they don't need knowledge because everything is at their fingertips. They don't need to know anything.
Wikipedia now.
Yeah, they don't need to know anything. Think about that.
Yeah.
You have a generation of stupid people. Not stupid people. I shouldn't say stupid because they're not stupid. They just don't have knowledge. It's like they don't use their brains.
They're smart in the sense that they know where to find the information if they want it. Right. In a lot of cases.
Some are.
You know what I mean? But they don't know it. They don't just know it.
Yeah, right. They don't know it. They can't put it off the top of their head.
It's like apparently you're not on Quora. So if you're on Quora, you read some of the questions and shit that come across there. It's like, that is just like, it would have been easier to Google it than to post this question on Quora.
Okay. I'm not everybody knows where to find the information, right? Like some people are a little special.
Yes.
Okay? But
I mean, let's take an example here. You should just say social media because let's look at let's go to CNN or Drudge Report or FoxNews.com, whatever. Okay, you go there, you see an article. What's after the article? What's at the end of the article?
A bunch of ads to get you to go off to something else, some other crap.
And then what's underneath the ads?
What do you mean? What's when you actually click on the ads, or
No, if you keep scrolling, what's underneath the ads?
Should be like the what do you call that at the bottom? A bunch of quick links.
No, above that though, there's something called the comments.
Oh,
comments.
Oh,
are brutal.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're.
And here's the thing. I've learned. I've read the comment, and it's a joke. I pick articles because I'm like, oh, these comments are going to be fantastic, and I scroll right to the comments. But
well, especially if the article's a fucking clickbait title, and and that pisses me off more than anything. It's like I click it because it's saying one thing, and you go down through there, it's like this doesn't relate.
So you go to comments, and it's just Democrats ripping on Republicans, Republicans ripping on Democrats. Obama sucks, Trump sucks. It's all it is. It's just boom, 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 boom. But then something here, Chad. Go to like the BBC or something. Like go to something out of the country, out of the U.S. The comments don't do that. They don't tear each other apart like we do. it's pretty amazing how it works. It's like not like we are. I mean, every freaking article is all the Democrats and the Republicans, and they all suck. And it's like it's amazing how they just tear each other apart. So yeah,
I constantly see libtard or
right.
right winger or blah blah blah, and it's like you don't know this person's political views yet you're automatically assuming it because it's not your view.
So
it's not on this particular item. It's not your view.
Exactly. So you've got so my point to all that is that you've got these people who we're saying social media is bad, but in essence, it's all bad because you've got these people. If you are behind a computer, you could say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. There's no repercussions, and when there's no repercussions, that's bad. You can't be responsible.
So someone needs to create an API that you can copy and paste that does a fact check and comes back and comments with the fact check information, because there's so many things in there. It's like you're clueless.
Right. I know. So it's like, and so you say like it's not just so. Ian, my point being is it's not just social media. It's all over the internet. It's just
you know what's funny. As you say that, I was thinking the last time I was involved in a comment section of a website, right. And it was actually on a geocaching blog post.
From who?
And
oh, okay.
That blog post wasn't libtards and Republicans and
right.
whatever, right? Like it was. Oh, what a stupid decision! And oh my God, greatest decision ever! Oh my God, that was so stupid. Like it was just everybody just wants to. Everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
It has nothing. Social media is just the vehicle of opinions. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
that's what it does.
The internet in general is a vehicle for people's opinions, right? Like even YouTube, right? It's not even like, YouTube's a social media in a sense, right?
Of course,
but
absolutely is. Yes.
It's all about my opinion is incredibly important and everybody should hear it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm saying that not to blast people that are on YouTube or whatever, right? But it's the world has evolved into everybody thinks that their opinion is incredibly important.
Right. Exactly.
Like overall, and I don't know. I don't think that's a good thing.
I don't know. But in the same vein,
nobody knows how to be quiet anymore.
in the same vein, why does a movie star get to be a better person than me? Why do movie stars get to give each other awards? What'd they do? It's a job. All they did was do their job. Why do they get awards for that?
I would like to have an award.
Yeah, like I do good at my job. Shouldn't I get an award? I do good work.
Yeah.
I don't know, but everybody loves movie stars. Why do movie stars? Why are movie stars royalty in this country? Why are they considered the royalty?
That's a good question. Well, athletes too,
and athletes. Guy makes $100 million putting a ball through a hoop, dude. Think of the concept of that. $100 million puts a ball through a hoop. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
How is that helping society? And yet, a teacher is grossly underpaid who teaches your child how to read. Gets grossly underpaid.
Well, the sports, the athletes making the money that they make is a byproduct of just a free market competitive system that we have.
Oh, of course.
Just, one team wanting to pay more for their services, keep them away from another team.
Right.
You know what I mean? And funding that by us funding the team through ticket sales. Mm-hmm. As tickets increase, you're still going to go to a Cubs game. Yep. You're still going to go see them in the World Series, even if you have to pay $3 to do it. You know what I mean? Like maybe not
$300. God bless you. It costs $300 to go to a regular game.
Yeah, exactly. So like
$300.
We continue to pay that, so they have the money to continue to be competitive and continue to pay people. That's just basic.
Yeah, but it's still
competitive economics.
It's still ridiculous. Yeah. It's still ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely ridiculous. But the only way that ever stops is if we say, "Hey, I'm not watching your trash anymore." Yeah, and like I
Never happen. It'll never.
hooray sports, and I love sports more than anybody.
Yay, sports.
It's absurd.
Okay, what does it say, Chad?
Okay, so sharing one of my favorite XKCD cartoons, which is basically it's kind of got the wife. Are you coming to bed? And the guy's like, I can't. This is important. What? Someone is wrong on the internet.
That's right.
So you gotta correct them.
Yeah.
So
I just love. I mean, I remember when Michael Jordan made like 20 million a year, and it was like the biggest thing ever back in the 90s, and now it's like the norm.
Oh God,
it's amazing.
Now they just give Patrick Mahomes. What was that contract he got for like 11 years and $7 bajillion or something stupid?
That's amazing, isn't it? And yet a teacher has to buy their own crap for their freaking room, dude. It's a crime. It's a crime, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crime. Yep.
That's because we don't spend our money on the schools. We spend our money on sports tickets.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So,
and yet we wonder why people are stupid. Yeah. All right, it's 9:30. I'm going home. I am home.
You are home.
Where are my kids? Where are my kids?
I think they're upstairs.
They're inside?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God, is it really 10:30 already?
Well, it's 9:30 here. It's not 10:30. You're 10:30. In
Dude,
Michigan, it's 10:30.
You need to get on like a real time zone. Chad's even worse. I don't even know what time it is there.
It's 7:30.
It's like 4 o'clock at Chad. Isn't it like 4:30 a.m.?
You see that out there? That's light outside.
Sun's still out. Chad's playing. Chad still has like another hour of daytime right now.
Yep.
All right, guys. That's the Saturday Night Antisocial Club. Hope we kept you entertained. Thank you so much. We'll be back in 2 weeks, guys, for another Antisocial. Hopefully another room will open up so we can do some puzzles.
2 weeks.
Yes. 2 weeks. Yes. We're on a 2-week schedule now, Ian. We're not going weekly anymore. Yeah. Tonight was the Ian show. Yes, it was the Ian show. Yeah, we're going.
I didn't plan this. I told you I wanted Aaron to call in so I could get off the phone, but he didn't listen. So,
yeah, Ian, we went bi-weekly now because we're allowed to cash.
Apparently, I've been missing that.
Illinois been good kids, so we're allowed to cash now. So we're going cashes when we don't have children. So,
gotcha.
We're going
cashes. Well, good luck.
Well, I know. Thank you. Good hunting.
I hope you find everything your heart desires.
Right.
The geocaches find.
Thank you. I hope may the geocaches be plentiful, right?
Yeah. Anyway,
all
goodbye. Have a good night, guys.
Be good,
Thanks
man. We'll talk soon.
Me on the phone for now.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Yeah, and for the record, guys, he was driving, so we don't feel bad about keeping him on. He was driving. Killed time for him. All right, Chad. Good that you can make it, pal. Is the do you have air conditioning again?
We got air conditioning running. It is not. The system's basically put back on a hardwire mode, basically, as opposed to the smart mode that it's supposed to be. So something wasn't working right, and not sure. He couldn't quite diagnose it, but it's like he's going to come back when it's cooler. When it's not 140 degrees in the attic.
104? How much?
140 in the attic.
Oh my God, Jesse, 140 in the attic.
No, thank you.
No, that's your temperature. You like that?
No, that's a little bit too hot.
Too hot? Oh,
this is a little.
You literally said it's too hot for you.
A little bit, just a little.
All right, where's the dog, by the way?
She's over here. She's sleeping upside down.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Upside down?
Yeah, she's upside down.
Yeah, she got her shots today, Chad. She gets a shot. What shot was it today?
She got 2 shots today. She got, I think, the lepto and the influenza.
Lyme. Oh, the influenza or the Lyme?
No, not Lyme. She already got Lyme.
Her ass. One of them,
the lepto.
Yeah, it kicks her ass.
Yeah, so she's been out all day.
Poor dog.
Yeah, she doesn't feel good today.
Okay. All right, guys. We will talk to you guys on Wednesday. We've got the warm weather caching clothing. That's what warm weather clothing for caching on Wednesday, and then we will talk to you guys in 2 weeks Saturdays. So I think me and Aaron should host the Saturday Club and the off weeks. Go ahead. Aaron, I'm sure, would be happy to do it. All right, guys. We will talk to you guys in 2 weeks. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Be good. Be safe, guys. We'll talk to you soon.